Alright, welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode 437. Yeah, this week we're just reviewing newest episode of the series. No new chapter manga, it's probably delayed by a week. So, this episode is called Nami and a Fix, an Adventure in the Black Kingdom. Yep, and this episode itself covers, from the manga, the entirety of chapter 11 of 27 and pages 3 to 5 of chapter 1128. Yeah, I'm guessing based upon... now, they're going to be in this area here. Now, in the manga, they're only here for about just the first two chapters of this arc, and that's it. Yeah, actually, well, I don't know if this will be adapted for next episode, but 1129 wraps this portion of this arc. And by the way, when they reach 1129, they will be 50 chapters behind right now. By the way, the manga itself, with this very episode, they are pretty much about 52 chapters behind where the manga is. Yeah, roughly 52. Because, of course, the manga is up to episode 1179. That's the most recent chapter released. And I gotta admit, this actually was a smart idea, though I think they probably should adapt the cover stories. Now, I kind of discussed something for last week's episode, where I put on there, it did adapt the cover story for Bartimeo conquering the island. Basically, it just, in just a span of a minute, they pretty much went through the entire cover story. And all this happened before, where? What episode? Because this has never done before. I think that maybe a page or two. I think that one, maybe 2 pages of this five-page thing, but never the full thing in one episode. So, in my honest opinion, it did cover that portion of the self-proclaimed Straw Hat serials, the Bartimeo stuff. So, this one is interesting. So, we kind of wake up with Nami first. We start with Nami. Wakes up, of course, she hears Usopp, doesn't see him, and she looks around and then all of a sudden she sees this thing referred to as Needle Cat, gets shocked by Zeus. Zeus goes back in the rob because he's sleepy. So, after that, finds Usopp nearly being eaten by a giant cat. And then, of course, they run away from the cat. Of course, they think Usopp because it was the alcohol they drank. But then, of course, the cat just smashes through a wall, lands on the next thing, and then they wake up. And, of course, Nami sees that there's a lion now. And wakes up Usopp. Of course, all hope is lost. And then Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji show up. Luffy does basically a brand new move, Elephant Whip. We have Sanji's thing where it says laying on fire. And Zoro does his Black Dragon whip, I think it is, with his sword, and beats the cat. It beats up the lion, turns to beat the cat, and then of course that part of the castle falls down. By the way, the castle is made of Legos. Yes, it is made of Legos. Giant Legos. Yeah, because any viewer basically can tell that's freaking Legos. And of course. Basically, Sanji can't detect Robin because he's his meat detector. In case you're wondering, where the heck all the Straw Hats? The rest of the Straw Hats were the cut of the episode? No, they're simply just not here. So then, of course, Usopp points out that they're in Elbaf clothing, but there's no way that the Giants would know exactly what their clothing, their sizes, and it's also mentioned that Luffy battled a giant rabbit off screen. And no, that was not something that the anime cut out. That was something they made up. That was to mention the manga, so good for that one. So, off an adventure, which probably wrap up the next couple episodes. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next to the Comic Corner, actually 2 Comic Corners, and it's on to Comrades X. Bye.